of new faces tonight. Welcome. This is your first time. And for all of you who have been here, thank you for coming again. Before I get started, I just have a few people I really need to thank. And when I call your name, please stand up, because if it wasn't for you, this event wouldn't take place. So in no particular order, where's Eric? Did he totally leave the building?
He's right there.
So Eric, Shauna, Dave, Heather, Leah, and Kelly.
We're like doing a
Great job, guys, again. You know. And Joey Goodwin, owner of 168 York, and all the staff, thanks for giving us the space. So, you know, I was thinking today, what am I going to talk about? I don't want to say the same thing. And I started thinking about the first time Drew Levisser, who's the co-founder and vice president, and I sat down at a picnic table at somebody's backyard barbecue and said, you know, we really should start this foundation. And we knew at that time that we had a real lot of work to do, and that, you know, we had to get our 501c3, and we had to get people to join in and raise money for this really, really necessary foundation. So we opened up our first grant cycle, and we got about 180 to 190 applicants. We only had enough funding to give one surgery away, but that was our goal, to give one surgery away our first year. And I was like actually lucky enough to read a lot of these applications and send them off to the selection committee. And I remember one that stuck out to me. It was this dude from Massachusetts that for 3 years collected cans to save money for a surgery. That's how bad he wanted it. That's how bad he actually needed it. And surprisingly enough, at the end of the grant cycle, that's who the selection committee chose. And as the president and co-founder, I was honored to call Drew Lodi, to let Drew Lodi know that he was the first winner of the Jim Collins Foundation grant. And this is kind of how the conversation went. Drew, this is Tony. Hey, Tony. Yeah, you sitting down? Yeah, I'm sitting down. Well, congratulations. You're the first grant recipient of the Jim Collins Foundation grant. And then I heard, literally, and I promised myself I wasn't going to listen. I heard the phone drop, and I heard Drew scream, "Oh my God, thank you, you saved my life. Oh my God, Tony, thank you, thank you." I remember having to dig really deep to hold back the emotion. And the second thing he said to me was, "What can I do for the foundation?" And I said, "Well, you can stay in the moment, enjoy it, celebrate it. I'll call you in a few days, and oh, by the way, book your surgery." And that's exactly what he did. But tonight, I am honored to say that Drew Lodi is here with us this evening. And I'm going to call him up, and he just wants to say a few words. So come on up, Drew.
Thank you so much, and thank you to the Jim Collins Foundation.
Oh no, I was talking to her. Way to go!
Yeah, so, and everybody that supports the Jim Collins Foundation. I try to make bulleted stuff. I want to first say that this has been the best decision of my life ever. And that was emotional to say. So one of the things that I learned when I started this is that as many as there are people who transition, there's that many different transitions, and that I had to go at my own pace. And if I ever felt resistant to anything, I was to wait, you know, for the moment, my ready moment, you know, would arrive. And eventually it did. And some of the guys, they seemed to be like handling everything like much faster and better. And I felt like I was behind, and, you know, and I had to keep remembering that same thing that, you know, I can only do what makes me comfortable in every moment. I'm not even trying to say I'm trying. Okay, the other thing thing I wanted to say was that when I started this, I had no idea that I was going to get a grant. I just did not know. But I knew I had to do something. And so for me, it was I had to make a plan of action. I had to make actions of hope that no matter how I felt in a day, that I needed to get out there and push past my comfort level. That I had to push past what made me feel comfortable. And then I started to collect cans, and that the very night that I put it out there that I wanted to collect them, I just like hit the ground on my knees. I'm like, what has happened? Like, how did I get to like collecting cans? But it ended up being the most rewarding part of the whole journey, really. And we collected, I don't know, 40, 50,000 cans.
Wow.
I made a map of the whole city and where I'd go left and right. You know, and we would just, well, I had friends, these people just came into my life, which is really awesome. And, like, I felt like God just sent these people into my life for this moment, you know. So I always tried to get up and try to do whatever I could each day. And I had to talk about a lot of stuff. I had to make sure I was ready for if this moment happened. Because I needed to have a surgeon. I needed to know what I was going to do with the money. I needed to have a friend of mine hold on to the money because I didn't trust myself. Like, this is too important. I do not hold on to it. You know, what if my niece comes to me? What if my mother comes to me? You know, and I had to put myself first for the first time. And actually, there's one thing I want you to read off that. But and I'm really excited to be here. It feels so good to be up here. It's just amazing. Actually, before I read that last thing, I wanted to tell you when I got a letter, I got a registered letter, and there I was, and I had this van that was breaking down. I mean, what a hump! Like, I felt like I was still on the destroyer in the Navy. That's how like that was. He got in, and he's like, "Am I gonna catch something in here?" And you know, it was like the muffler was going. I could smell exhaust. I had no heat. It was winter. I had my cap on. I'm by myself. And I'm like, this really sounds like this really stinks. And I pull up and I pry myself out of my car. And I'm trying to like go to the post office, and that's when I got that letter. And I was just like, I was hoping so much that I would have a chance, like I was telling him earlier, to finally just rest. You know, and just take a deep breath and just not have to continue to push outside of the comfort zone. And let me tell you, I'm having the best summer of my life. The best.
Awesome.
I mean, I would go to the gym because I knew I had to try to lose weight first, you know, so I was trying to do that too. You know, I was trying to eat better. I mean, my eating better started with frozen lean cuisines. And now I actually eat like fresh fruits and vegetables. But that was the best I could do at the time, and